Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now it's class. We are going to start the next part of this chapter number 2. This is from seabed. What is seabed? Seabed, this is the level of the sea with the surface. There are some different depths of the sea are called the seabed. Like this, according to the depth, we can understand the seabed is according to the depth of the sea. So it is divided into 4 different types. The depth of the sea varies mean different from place to place, and so this difference is called the seabed. The continental shelf, the depth of the sea water near the edge of a continent is not more than 100 fathom also a scale like this, meter, kilometer, like this, and it is equal to 100 meters. Beneath these shallow waters, the seabed is called the continental shelf, and this is the detail of this continental shelf. Sometimes it is very narrow, sometimes it is very wide, and sometimes the edge is very close to the shoreline, and gentle slope continues beneath the sea, and the shelf is broad. Sometimes it is broad, sometimes it is narrow, so that all of these things you will read in this passage. The next topic is continental slope. What is continental slope? The continental shelf, which is not more than 180 meters in depth, at last dips steeply into the bed of the ocean. This steep slope beyond 180 meters is called the continental slope. If the continental shelf is taken as a part of continent, the continental slope is then the starting point of the ocean. You can see that when this slope is ending, so from here we can say that from here this is the point of starting the point of ocean. Ocean is a big then sea. Ocean floor. What is the ocean floor? The ocean floor lies beyond the continental slope. Lies beyond the continental slope. The ocean floor is more than 3 kilometers deep in water. So this is, again we can see that this is in the more than continental slope in the depth of the ocean. Sea trenches. There are some deep jaw, mean rise in some places of the ocean floor. When we see that there is the ocean floor and some parts are very rise, some very low, so these are called ocean floor. These are called sea trenches or sea ravines. Some sea trenches are very deep. The deepest sea trenches lies in the Pacific Ocean near the Philippine Islands. So this is the detail of these kinds of types of seabed. Then the next page, next class, you will see that movements of the sea. Everyone from us very clearly know that always we have seen that water of the sea always in a moving condition, in a motion, always in motion, because the water of the sea is never at rest. It cannot be stopped. If it is smooth, it is without any motion, it is without any movement, so it have some disadvantages. But the movement of the sea also divided into 3 kinds. One is waves, number 2 tides, and number 3 currents. What is waves? The gust of wind causes ripples on the surface of the water, which rises and falls and moves to and fro, but it comes back to its previous position after pushing the water around. Such movement of water, such movements of the water are called waves. Already we know what is the wave. When we go to the sea, we can understand the waves. The water coming like a winding, like a zigzag position. So this is called the waves. Sometimes very slow, sometimes very fast, and easily we can understand what is the waves. The rises very high when makes its way from an open sea to a narrow sea. So this is the waves. The next is tides. What is tides? Tides, the six are the sea water advances towards the coast, and for the next 6 hours it gradually recedes. In the first 6 hours the water advances, and the next 6 hours it also goes gradually cool down and back. Thus in the 24 hours the sea water rises twice and falls twice. So two time of this movement is called this advancement and recession of sea water twice in about 24 hours is called the tides. Yes, at class in the next passage we will know about the spring tides and neap tides. What is this? Spring tides are tides when the rise and fall of water is above the normal practice, when we see that some very high waves are coming, and after that sometime it just starts gradually cooling down. So this kind of thing is normal, and this practice is called the spring tides, and this is due to the combined pull of both the sun and the moon, because the rays, the gravity the of sun and moon always effect on the waves of the sea. The rise and fall on the two opposite sides of the earth is greater than the average. Naturally, at that time, the low tides on the other two opposite sides of the earth are lower than the average. This is when we see that the moon is in a full new moon and full moon. It have same kind of phases. The 7th and the 21st days of the lunar months are the days when we see the half moon, and one these days both the sun and moon pull the earth at a right angle to each other. This position of the two bodies lessen each other's force of tide rise to some extent. So the gravity of the moon and sun affects the tides of the sea. So what is the importance of the tides? Here, tides keep the sea water in motion. This is very important thing. Otherwise, it will give us unpleasant smell. Tide washes away all the refuses, and tide sometimes deposit sand and silt near the harbor. And number 4, there is tides wash away all the mud. So these are very important points about the tides.